part in there because it was something that wasn't normal a couple of years ago that I was dealing with. So the whole harassing and stalking and bullying and everything that was going on with me on social media happened about 4 years ago. And I feel like that's every Hispanic, you know, in their culture. You know, we want to live the American dream, and that is to provide and give back to our parents. You know, they moved from, you know, they leave their families behind to provide a better future for our, like, for their children. Make something out of that. Like, I'm not just gonna be here on my ass and just doing nothing when my mom and dad sacrificed their whole life to bring us out here to be better and do better. And whether you agree with all that or not, whether you agree that my job is different than posting on social media at all, I wasn't even posting that. I was like having friends over because I didn't want to let anybody know that there was something going on in my house and then making them. But I started noticing this car passing by every single day. So I started zooming in to like the license plate, trying to see how many, and like I said, I would go through waves where it was like really bad, and then it would get like kind of normal, and then it would get really bad again, and then it was like kind of normal. So it was just very up and down, you know? So it got the absolute worst when I gave birth to my house. I was getting followed. I was out at the stores and people were replying to me and saying like, oh, did you like the Garnier shampoo that you purchased, or did you like, I was getting messages like people were literally, I'm very vigilant of what's happening around me. I am just here to do nothing but provide for my family, be happy, and understand that I am here for a reason. Like, I am here, we all know I don't give a fuck about clout. Okay, like, I am happy with my what I've built, you know? Like, I am happy. I did that by myself. I didn't have to suck anybody's titty to get anywhere. Okay, like, I am proud of that. And take it how you want to take it. And I didn't have to sit there and use people or abuse people or be mean to people to get to where I'm at. I know that I have a purpose, and I'm slowly finding that purpose in life. And right now, all I'm trying to do is be the best mom that I can be. And
wanted to cover this case for so long, literally since I started my channel, but I've put it off for so long because I knew it was going to be a long one, and it is a long one. This is actually going to be a two-parter. So this is part one. Part two will be out in the next few days. Make sure. Super chill game, so I love to play it when I'm in bed on a night trying to wind down, or if I take a break from my research during the day. Sometimes I take a little bit of a longer break than anticipated because I've got to defeat all the slugs. I even got Editor Jack into playing the game. Really competitive about it. Like, we message each other at least once a day, like, I'm on level 35 now, what are you on? No. Obviously I'm winning. Of course I am. There'll be a link down below in the description to download Best Fiends for free, and if you do go through my link, then you'll get part has what kind of content in it. But throughout this case there will be mentions of sexual violence, rather graphic sexual violence as well, very graphic details of injuries, as well as talk of suicidal thoughts at points. And I'm sure I can see you again sometime with another case that's probably a bit better fit for you. But all of that being said, let's just get into the case. Anita Lorraine Lynch was a 26-year-old woman born on November 2nd, 1959 to parents Gray. She was born in Sydney, Australia, but she was actually raised about 40 kilometres away from Sydney in a place called Blacktown. Now, Blacktown did have relatively high crime rates, especially among young people. Things like robberies, theft. Was such a good listener. Like, when you were in a conversation with Anita, you knew she was listening and taking in every single word you were saying. She would like lean into the conversation. She would like rest her chin on her hand as you were talking to her. You were all, she was fun. Cobby was very much like a class clown type figure. He was always, you know, playing pranks on people. He was mischievous. He was just fun. He was just a fun energy to be around. And he said that when he first saw Anita in 1981, they were actually engaged. John Cobby said that he just fell so in love with this woman that he didn't want to do the rest of his life without her. So why not just put a ring on it? In 1982, the couple got married and Anita Lynch became... At one point, John Cobby actually won a lot of money betting on the horses. And with this money, he decided that he was going to do something for his beautiful wife, Anita. It was Anita's dream to travel the world, to go to loads of different countries. Ready again now. I think we're ready to try for a baby again and, you know, build up our little family. However, Anita kind of wasn't on that wavelength. At this point in her life, she was just enjoying being young. In her mid, seemed so excited. They were so ready for this. They were just so happy. They were in love. They were ready for this next step. But Anita would never make those plans to go house hunting. The next day was a Sunday, February 2nd, 19, and all the way down it from where she tried to defend herself from this knife attack. A few of her fingers on that same hand were fractured, and then on her other hand, 3 of her fingers were almost completely severed. This suggested that maybe she tried to armor and different police officers, coroners, pathologists. They say that when she died, when she was found, her eyes were still open and you could see the look of sheer terror, sheer agony, especially during this split. He would be calling her constantly at work, you know, when she was trying to have dinner with her friends, he'd be texting, calling. He would ask for her back literally like every single day, and she wasn't ready to take him back for a very long time. And
I would definitely put these in the just lounging category, but I have to show you the waistband. Wow, if you have a similar body type to mine where you hold most of your weight in your lower stomach or like your thighs, I feel so comfortable. Like the band, it feels— Wait, should we tell them about the very exciting thing today? You think we should, bro? So we have a really exciting sponsor today. So you guys know I work with Casetify a lot. They are sponsoring this video, but if you watched my last vlog about a month ago when I went with the case on a wireless charger and it will charge your phone, where before I would always have to take out my phone of the case and then put it on the wireless charger, and obviously you can see how that would be a little bit annoying. I have a wireless charger right next to my bed and I am so excited because I literally, all I have to do now is just, oh, Ash.
They're the same.
They're the same, yeah. Perfect. Amazing. Anytime I see anything like the rainbow like oil thing like this, or like holographic or anything, I
like that initial episode was just really awkward and I hated watching every second of it. Moving on. So we have Bryce Hall and Addison Rae. So recently Jake Paul fought Ben Askren in a boxing match and Ben lost in like the first round. The whole fight was spawned by basically exposing Addison and Jack. Bryce Hall then unfollows Addison or blocks her. Now we're not sure what happened there, but also he tweets out, downgrade. As if anything or anyone would be a downgrade from Bryce Hall. Anyway, then I'm about to—
Barstool. And on the latest episode, she was kind of talking about Addison and Bryce and the Jack Harlow situation. She was like, Bryce went ballistic on Twitter, making Addison look like the bad guy. But then—
I don't want to say 100% true because I don't want to get sued, but like 100% true, he did cheat. And like—
Ray's cousin, and that was posted on TikTok Insider, and she tweeted out saying the truth will come out. And then the last story with Addison Rae is actually really interesting. I saw it on Estee Laundry, which is like a page that mainly exposes beauty brands for different things that they're doing. So we have a makeup artist, and Kelsey then posted on Instagram this like screenshot saying, "Dear Persia Beauty official, please don't Photoshop your strip lashes over my makeup and deceive your clients into thinking that's what she's actually wearing." And it's regarding this picture that Persia Beauty official posted, using to ever give them a penny. Anyway, they've now limited comments under their posts because they were being called out, and that's that on that. So really interesting stuff from Addison Rae. Now we have Bryce Hall actually being sued by the owner of the Mexican restaurant. Do you guys remember that story with Bryce Hall? He's such a weirdo. He's just such a loser. Like, just Addison Rae could do so much better. Like, I want her with Jack Harlow over Bryce Hall any day. David Dobrik. So we actually have more injuries. The third part of the Jeff Wittek docuseries has now come out, where he goes over like being— David Dobrik is still losing followers and still losing subscribers. I think he's down like 500,000 on his YouTube channel and a few 100,000 on his Instagram and Twitter. And also Bretman Rock recently came out and said that he had a really awful experience with David Dobrik because they were at the Teen Choice Awards and they were named award for this, his creator of the year, he's this stuff. And now looking back at it, it's like, how did he get away with any of the stuff he was filming and then win awards for it? Anyway, it just seems like with the injury stuff as well, with the Jeff situation, that was supposed to be his big comeback to the internet, and everyone was like, oh my god, David's not mentioning it, until Jeff said, hey, I'm filming a docuseries, and David basically had no choice but to take part in the docuseries, otherwise he would look more guilty than he already is. That's my opinion on the matter. Anyway, those are the stories we're discussing for today. If you guys want more stories, subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement, and I'll see you